Have you ever found something amazing completely by accident? Maybe you stumbled upon your new favorite song while randomly browsing, or met your best friend because you took a wrong turn? That magical feeling of a happy accident, there's a word for it. Serendipity. And today, we're going to dive deep into what it is, why it's more than just blind luck, and how you can invite more of it into your life. So, what exactly is serendipity? The word itself sounds a bit like magic, doesn't it? It was coined back in 1754 by a writer named Horace. He was inspired by an old Persian fairy tale called The Three Princes of Serendip. In the story, these princes were always making discoveries by accident and sagacity of things they were not in quest of. That's the key right there. Accident and sagacity. Serendipity isn't just about something lucky happening, you. It's about having the wisdom, the awareness, the sagacity to recognize the value in that unexpected event. It's the perfect storm of chance, meeting a prepared and curious mind. Let's look at some famous examples. You've probably heard of Alexander Fleming and the discovery of penicillin. He didn't set out to find the world's first antibiotic. He went on vacation and left a pile of Petri dishes in his lab. When he came back, he noticed that mold had contaminated one of the dishes, and around that mold, the bacteria were gone. Now, a lot of people would have just thrown that ruined dish away. But Fleming was curious. He had the sagacity to ask why. That why led to the discovery of penicillin, which has saved countless millions of lives. That's serendipity in action. A chance event, mold combined with a prepared, observant mind. Or, how about the invention of the microwave? An engineer named Percy Spencer was working on radar technology during World War II. One day, he was standing in front of an active radar set and noticed the chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. Again, he could have just thought, oh, what a mess. But his curiosity was piqued. He tried another experiment with popcorn kernels. When they started popping all over the lab, he knew he was onto something big. He wasn't looking for a new way to cook food, but he was open enough to see the potential in a sticky, melted mess. These stories show us that serendipity isn't a passive thing. It's an active process. It's about cultivating a certain mindset. The world's constantly throwing random events and information at us. The question is, are we paying attention? Are our minds open to connecting the dots in new and unusual ways? Think of it like this. Luck is a lottery ticket falling from the sky. Serendipity is noticing it on the ground, picking it up, and having the presence of mind to check the numbers. So, how can we become more serendipity? How can we cultivate this skill of making fortunate discoveries? Well, the first step is to break out of your routine. Routines are great for efficiency, but they can be the enemy of serendipity. When you do the same thing, talk to the same people, and read the same things every day, you create an echo chamber. You limit the number of random, unexpected inputs you receive. Try taking a different route to work. Go to a coffee shop in a neighborhood you've never explored. Talk to a stranger in line politely. Of course, pick up a magazine about a topic you know nothing about. Every time you do something new, you're essentially casting a wider net into the ocean of chance. You're increasing the surface area for happy accidents to occur. The second key is to embrace curiosity. Be more like a child. Ask why and what if a lot more often. When something unexpected happens, instead of getting frustrated, get curious. Your flight got delayed. Maybe you'll strike up a conversation with someone fascinating at the gates. A project at work failed? What can you learn from the failure that could lead to an even bigger success down the road? Curiosity transforms problems into puzzles and mistakes into learning opportunities. It's the engine of serendipity. Another powerful technique is to diversify your informational diet. In the age of algorithms, we're constantly fed content that confirms what we already believe. This is the opposite of what we want for serendipity. Actively seek out different perspectives. Follow people on social media who think differently than you do. Read books from genres you'd normally ignore. Watch documentaries on subjects you find boring at first glance. You are building a bigger toolbox of ideas in your mind. This way, when that random piece of information comes along, you have a richer, more diverse set of tools to connect it with. That's how you get those aha moments, by connecting two seemingly unrelated ideas. And perhaps, most importantly, learn to be present and observant. We spend so much time glued to our screens, lost in our own thoughts, that we often miss what's happening right in front of us. Put your phone away when you're walking down the street. Pay attention to the sights, sounds, and smells around you. Listen truly. Listen when someone is talking to you, instead of just waiting for your turn to speak. The most incredible opportunities can be hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with the awareness to notice them. Louis Pasteur famously said, "Chance favors the prepared mind." Your mind is prepared when it's present, curious, and open. Let's be clear, this isn't about abandoning your goals or plans. It's not about just wandering aimlessly and hoping for the best. It's about a beautiful dance between intention and surrender. Have your goals, work towards them, but hold them lightly. Be willing to deviate from the path when a more interesting one appears. The person who is rigidly focused on getting from point A to point B in a straight line will miss all the beautiful scenery and hidden treasures just off the path. The person who practices serendipity enjoys the journey and often ends up at an even better destination they never could have planned for. Serendipity is the art of finding something valuable while looking for something else. It's the magic that happens at the intersection of chance and curiosity. It's proof that the universe is full of wonderful surprises, if only we have the eyes to see them. So, this week, I challenge you to do one thing differently. Break one routine. Talk to one new person. Explore one new idea. Actively invite a little chaos into your order and see what happy accidents come your way. You might just be surprised by what you find. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and exploring this wonderful concept. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content that helps you see the world a little differently, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out. Until next time, stay curious.